time is ticking, but we time efficient. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one, costing him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The Niners have 1-6 now. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Hey, a confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st down, they're going option left. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Chubb will get the call running left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Ford. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Jerome Ford, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Claybrook's going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now is...
And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
Jerome Ford,
his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On play action, Lance.
Escaping the pressure right.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
This is caught inside the 15. The gate.
Kevin Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they've told him throw that challenge flag. So for Kevin Stefanski, a smart decision to throw the flag.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Lance.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them,
They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Faking the give. Now Watson.
Now Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
And Chubb will try the middle here.
He'll get this down to the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Watson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Lance going to throw.
Flush to his right.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Watson now to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And that is
is taken in by Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And some space here. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On second down, McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. McCaffrey running up the middle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. A final shot before the break. Watson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
They go with Chubb on second down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, there's the option going left. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Running right through him. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 10, Lance steps away to his left. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
From the gun, it's Lance. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
Here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lance. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. And
hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead now up to 14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Black Ultra.
To throw, it's Lance. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Desperation time here. Lance. He's got a man complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off of play action, here's Lance. They'll roll him out right. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd and inches, Lance. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Greg Newsome. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They run it again with Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And even 150 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run on 1st down. Felton. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, Felton again.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On 3rd down, Felton. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here we go on 4th down.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium.